Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have been accused of wanting their own rival royal roadshow as they embark on their first non-official royal tour of Nigeria, with royal experts claiming the couple are trying to have their cake and eat it. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex are set to travel to the African country in May after being invited by its Chief of Defense Staff to take part in cultural activities and meet service members on an unofficial visit. One royal commentator accused the couple of playing the royal card as their income lifeline, while another said it was ironic the couple are happy to visit Commonwealth countries but not as official royal ambassadors. Yesterday, Brigadier General Tukur Gusau expressed honor and delight that the couple had accepted the invitation to visit the country after meeting Harry at last year's Invictus Games. Their tour of Nigeria will take place just days after the prince is set to fly to the UK to mark the 10th anniversary of the Invictus Games at a service at St. Paul's Cathedral. No senior members of the royal family are expected to attend. Harry will then jet off to the Commonwealth country to meet his wife, who is also not believed to be traveling alongside him to the UK in what will be his first visit since Kate's shock cancer diagnosis. Following the announcement of the trip, royal experts were quick to point out that the couple's visit will be a royal tour in all but name, and could even confusion and threaten diplomatic relationships. Royal biographer Tom Bower told Mail Online, "Playing the royal card has become Meghan's and Harry's income lifeline. Once again, the privacy-seeking couple are exploiting the family they have outrageously denounced to pump up their publicity. Undoubtedly, the trip will be financed by the Nigerian government. Their motives as members of the Commonwealth remain obscure." Meanwhile, royal author Phil Dampier suggested there was an irony to the visit, as Harry and Meghan have previously been critical of the Commonwealth, with the Duchess admitting she did not know about it until after she joined the firm. Royal author Phil Dampier said, "It's ironic that the late Queen wanted Harry and Meghan to very much be her ambassadors throughout the Commonwealth and spread goodwill among its 50 or so nations, but they didn't want to do it as royals. Now they are happy to pick and choose invitations they receive from these countries. They did so in Jamaica and now plan to travel to Nigeria, a country his mother Diana toured with the king in the early 1990s. They are in effect trying to set up a rival court, their own royal roadshow, and I think people can see through it. They heavily criticized the Monarchy and the Commonwealth in their Netflix shows and Harry's book Spare, yet they are happy to be invited simply because of their royal connections." Mr. Dampier said that unofficial visits conducted by the pair could blunder into a diplomatic incident if they couples say or do the wrong thing. He added, "It's all trying to have your cake and eat it, do commercial deals where it suits, but do some quasi-official duties to make out you are still important on the world stage. Some will say they have every right to do this, but it smacks of the half-in and half-out position the late Queen tried to avoid." Royal expert Richard Fitzwilliams added, "The Sussexes' behavior during their visit will be watched with care, as the comments about the Commonwealth in their documentary Harry and Meghan for Netflix were far from flattering. If there is to be any healing of the rift in the royal family, they must avoid any comment or action that might be construed as being detrimental to the monarchy and to its pivotal links with the Commonwealth." Harry and Meghan quit their roles as senior royals in January 2020 before making the move to Canada and subsequently settling down in the Californian enclave of Montecito. The visit to Nigeria comes after the Duchess discovered that she was 43% Nigerian after doing a genealogy test. Speaking on her podcast Archetypes to Nigerian-American comedian Zai Fumudo, she said, "I'm going to start to dig deeper into all this because anybody that I've told, especially Nigerian women, are like, what?" At last year's Invictus Games in Dusseldorf, Germany, she was hailed our princess by a Nigerian athlete at the Games. Competitor Gloria Essien described Meghan as my Nigerian sister before posting a selfie of them together watching the games in the stand with Prince Harry. She captioned the post, "Our princess is in the house to watch her people play the village of Ukraine." Meanwhile, an Invictus Games organizer revealed last year that Meghan can't wait to visit Nigeria for her mom and the kids after discovering her heritage. During last year's games, the defense chief introduced Meghan to members of their team using the nickname Amira Ngozi Lolo, adding that she could use if she ever visited the country. Amira is a warrior princess from a legend, Ngozi means blessed, and Lolo is royal wife. Derek Kabana, who helped coordinate Nigeria's debut in this year's competition, told Hello that the Duchess was deeply touched by the nickname and that she is hoping to organize a family trip to the country. She said she couldn't wait to visit Nigeria for her mom and the kids, he revealed. She's always welcome to visit Nigeria and other African countries. The couple's upcoming trip to Nigeria comes just months as they flew out to Jamaica to attend the glitzy premiere of the Bob Marley film One Love. Their visit in January raised a few eyebrows as the Caribbean country continues to move ahead with plans to cut ties with the British monarchy with a referendum set to be held later this year. While working members of the royal family Harry and Meghan were president and vice president of the Queen's Commonwealth Trust, with Harry being appointed the Commonwealth Youth Ambassador in 2018. Yet in their Netflix documentary Harry and Meghan, the show branded the Queen's much-loved Commonwealth Empire 2.0, while other claims are made that nothing has changed from the UK's colonial past, and Brexit supporters are accused of being racist and having horrible views. Harry will arrive in the UK on May 8. He was last seen in the UK in February when he made a dash across the Atlantic to be with his cancer-stricken father after the King courageously announced his diagnosis to the world. He is expected to provide a reading at the event, marking a decade since the Games were founded as a sporting event for injured and sick military personnel and veterans. Actor Damian Lewis is also expected to recite the Invictus poem at Paul's for the anniversary of the Games for injured servicemen and women. A statement published on the Invictus Games social media reads, "The Invictus Games Foundation will celebrate 10 years of changing lives and saving lives with a service of thanksgiving at Paul's Cathedral on May 8. We will be joined by our patron Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, actor Damian Lewis, and members of the worldwide Invictus community to mark the occasion." However, Meghan is not mentioned. As the event is just 2 days after their son Archie turns 5, it is likely she will stay at home.